Hello, welcome back to Friday morning's Shine, where of course we're looking forward to a very important, a very exciting weekend at the World Cup. We'll keep you up to date with what goes on there, of course. Ian back with us on Monday, and still, fingers crossed, your horoscopes for the rest of the month coming with Amber Jarley. Not Jolie, it's Jarley. I'll get that right one day. She's only been with us for years, you see. Anyway, listen, a few weeks ago, in the middle of Manchester, in a very swanky bar called Bijou, was the Miss Manchester City competition. Well, you know what? Miss Manchester City and the runner-up are here with us in the studio this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Hello.
Now, listen, let's get this right. To the left of your screen, no, to the right of your screen, I forget, I'm looking the wrong way, is Laura Gallagher. Now, you are Miss Manchester City, so congratulations to you on that, first of all. Must have been very exciting.
Oh, it was super duper exciting.
Tell us about the journey into the competition first for you.
Well, I only entered the competition about 2 or 3 days beforehand, and then when I went on the website and I saw that the entrance fee was only £50, when most beauty pageants they're like £200 to £600.
Are they? Is it very expensive ordinarily?
Yeah, but
Okay.
Liz is really committed to reinventing it and bringing
Liz
it into...
Fuller, of course, is the lady behind Miss Great Britain, which
She
of course
is.
Miss Manchester City is one of the heats or
Regional
rounds, if you like,
Yeah.
in towards the big final. And of course now that means that takes you to London in November to what I believe is going to be the biggest Miss Great Britain contest in something like 30 years.
40 years, absolutely, and it's the 65th anniversary. The first Miss Great Britain was in 1945 in Morecambe. I think it was just to celebrate the end of the World War and to pick up people's morale and to get all the women out of the factories.
To look and to see and to enjoy beauty. There is the picture of you winning Miss Manchester. Charlotte Campbell is here as well, on the right of your picture there, and she's here with us in the studio as well. You're the second, or the, what do we call the runner-up, the second place contestant, because it's not failure, is it, at all?
No, it's definitely not
Definitely
failure. It's one step closer to winning, obviously.
Well, it also means you're one of the most beautiful women in Manchester.
Well, I suppose maybe it does, yeah.
That's quite good, isn't it? Now, Charlotte, it may have been a different story for you as well. Tell us a bit more about that, because previously you wouldn't have had the opportunity to enter a competition such as this. Tell us why.
Yeah, basically I work as a model full-time, and a few years ago, you know, being a beauty queen, it was my ultimate dream, and I used to compete in beauty pageants to try and become a beauty queen.
Yeah.
Then I fell pregnant with my little boy when I was 19 years old, and then when I came back after having the baby to try and enter again, I found that actually I wasn't able to enter because there was a very strict rule on anyone with children or any women that were married couldn't enter. So obviously this year is a very significant year for me because it's been the year that Liz Fuller's changed the rules so that single mums and divorced women can enter into the pageant again. So it's a very big thing for me because it's meaning that I'm able to go forward for my dream again.
Now, Laura, people I guess still have a traditional view of what the Miss Anything competition is. You know, some people have described it as exploitation of women in the year 2010. But Liz Fuller, who has bought back the rights to the Miss Great Britain competition in the last 12 months, she's added a lot of attitude and a lot of modern positives into this competition. And tell us about the other things that she's added to it this year, because she's changed that fundamental rule with regards to unmarried mothers. And in 2010, why should that be an issue? It's not an issue, not a barrier to you being beautiful, is it?
No, she's also upped the age limit to 29 because people are marrying later in life. And it's just all about being independent and showing that it's not just about beauty, and it's the whole package. And
she's tried to veer the competition away as well from, you know, what has been criticised in the world of modelling, which is the, you know, very stick thin, emaciated size 0 models, which, you know, has caused a lot of controversy over the last few years, really, hasn't it?
Oh yes.
So now we're talking about you know, real women with real curves, and that's absolutely fine, and still viewed as beautiful, Charlotte.
Yeah. I mean, there's all ages, sizes, different kinds of women that enter into Miss Great Britain, and you know, it's about celebrating being a woman and all around beauty, not just being a 6 foot stick thin size 0 catwalk model. It's about whole beauty, what's on the outside, also what's on the inside. You're judged on you know, your intelligence, your stage presence, your personality. There's all different kinds of aspects that come into it. And it's about, like Laura said, celebrating womanhood and being strong and an independent woman, and the way that she's changed the rules is it's a more modern take on beauty pageants.
And Laura, beauty contestants are allowed to have a brain now in 2010 as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about your achievements educationally.
I graduated at the University of Staffordshire in psychology. I'm going back in September to do a doctorate in educational psychology, which is a 3-year course.
I guess, though, this has maybe changed your focus a little. Obviously, you want to concentrate on your career, but this has come along at a good time for you as well, hasn't it?
Indeed,
what does it mean for you between now and November? Lots of extra attention?
Oh yes, and it also helps me because my course is so competitive. Only 300 people apply and 13 people get on the course. This helps me differentiate myself, and it really does give you opportunities winning such a beauty contest.
Something else, Charlotte, that Liz has kind of instilled into the contestants of the competition as a whole is to really strike out and really kind of make your mark, you know, as well. It's not just about being part of a competition. It's not just about standing there and looking the part now, is it? It's about actually stepping out as independent women, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, for me, my thing is that obviously I've got a 2-year-old son at home, and Liz is, she's, you know, I find it quite discriminating that women with children can't enter into beauty pageants. And Liz, by changing the rules, has made it so that women that are in my situation, that are working in the same industry as all the other girls, are able to still have that opportunity and that chance to do what, you know, other girls and models in the industry are doing as well. So for me, it's, you know, it's a big achievement if you've got a child and you can win something like that as well. So
tell us about the actual night of the competition, because I mean, I know from our lovely Amy, you know, how much preparation goes into beauty as well. Sometimes it's, you know, it's helped along, shall we say, by taking care of yourself. So talk us through what you had to do, Laura, to kind of prepare yourself. I mean, you are naturally beautiful. You would think that there's very little that you need to do, but tell us about the preparation, because I guess like an athlete needs to exercise for a competition, a model does need to prepare in some way.
Oh yes, and go to the gym and drink lots of water, and I had a chamomile tea before to get a good night's sleep. Just the usual. We
all have the traditional image of having seen the kind of Miss World contests, and you know, there would be one question, you know, what would it mean to you, and then, you know, we'd have this kind of standard gushing sentence of, I want to change the world and save small animals, and actually, you know, it told you nothing about the person really.
No,
you just knew they were
all.
saying that because it was the right thing to
absolutely.
say. So now you get the chance to really express yourself in the competition, Charlotte.
yeah, I mean, there's obviously the rounds like the swimwear and evening gown, and that's about, you know, your stage presence and your general appearance and the way you are on stage. And then like Laura said, the one-to-one interview is probably, you know, one of the most important parts, because that's really when the judges can get an idea of what kind of person you are and why you're here. And then there's also a bit where you'll come out on stage and they'll ask you a question, and that tends to be something a little bit more laid back, doesn't it? Like, if you could go on a date with someone, who would it be?
Oh, okay. And who did you say, both of you, very quickly?
Well, I'd probably go for Denzel Washington, I think.
Okay.
Tall, dark and handsome.
Okay, and Laura?
I'd say mine's David Beckham. Does he watch Shine TV?
Well, he might do, because this will be saved for posterity, of course. So he'll have the chance. You could drop him a little letter. I'm not sure how happy Victoria would be about that, because she's over here at the moment, isn't she?
Yes, it's their 11-year anniversary. Isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be the one to spoil up a beautiful relationship. You'll be in trouble with our Amy as well. She's already got Mark Cohen and who else is it? Ronan Keating down on her list of men who must.
Cole.
Yeah, and Ashley Cole as well.
Competition.
Absolutely. Listen, congratulations to you both, because of course it's great success for both of you. Laura, of course, you go on to the Miss Great Britain finals in November. Whereabouts is that being held?
Oh, it's a secret location.
Oh, is it?
It's not being disclosed.
But there is a website for the competition so that people can keep track on it. What's that?
MissGreatBritain.com.
MissGreatBritain.com. Listen, both of you, thank you so much for your time this morning. Just fascinating, absolutely fascinating. I'm over here, I can't, there we go, I can whiz around just a little bit.